From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Good evening and welcome, viewers. Now we have information coming to us from multiple sources which is presenting a picture of a Taliban breakup. 1 month after strolling into Kabul, the Taliban has broken up. The formalities are to be played out, but it has broken up. The co-founder of the Taliban, Mullah Baradar, who wanted to be the Prime Minister, has refused to work as a sidekick in the Haqqani dominated and therefore Pakistan ISI controlled government. There is an open rebellion as of now. Baradar got into a physical fight last week with the opposite side, with the Haqqani side, and the two groups of the terrorist government brawled like wrestlers in the presidential palace in Kabul last week. There were gunshots fired and there were reports that Baradar suffered a gunshot wound. Anyway, as of now, he has gone missing. That's what we know. The man who walked in like a conqueror into the presidential palace in Kabul on the 15th of August, ladies and gentlemen, is missing. And there has been a panic call from him to the Americans. And there's also a threat that he's put out. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. This insanity, this madness, this insane soap opera of these illiterate terrorists takes us to a point where they're attacking each other. And the whole structure that replaced Ghani, not that Ghani was great himself, is itself about to blow up all over again. Now, isn't this exactly what I predicted last month? Isn't this exactly what Republic warned you about? We have consistently told you that terrorists can never provide a government. They will tear apart Pakistan, they will kill each other, and they will inevitably focus on what they are good at, which is global jihad. That is their mindset. They will not change. It's a pattern that cannot change. And globally, viewers, we are the only news network that has consistently, without a fault, been clear about it from day one. And so I'm telling you tonight, watch Kabul. Watch Kabul. Kabul will fall. Kabul will fall again, sooner than some think. Read my lips. Kabul will fall, ladies and gentlemen. That's debate number 1 tonight. Trouble brewing for Pakistan as the Taliban co-founder Baradar openly rebels against the Haqqani network. That's debate number 1. Massive consequences. Debate number 2 tonight. Sensational new findings on the ISI Dawood terror model operating in India indicate a 26/11-like plot. We have more details. No more denials. It's time to adopt a more unsparing approach to Islamist terrorism. And here are the headlines. This one is the evening on the debate tonight. Taliban in tatters, Mullah Baradar protesting and fighting against Haqqani control in Afghanistan. Kabul is falling apart. Sources telling Republic Mullah Baradar may have dialed the US threatening against the Pakistan-backed Haqqanis. Same location, same trainer, same Pakistan army link. Republic has details of a major 26/11 type rerun. It's raining big bag reforms, again in the Modi government rolling out 9 different structural reforms in the telecom sector. Actor Sonu Sood under the income tax scanner in real estate deal tax evasion case. 5 premises surveyed. Big controversy around the actor. Ladies and gentlemen, he's been missing in action since the fall of Kabul. Mullah Ghani Baradar, co-founder of the Taliban, has not been seen in any video in the last few days. Reports of a clash, there are reports that he was shot at, but the divide is much deeper. The Taliban is breaking apart. This was Pakistan's game. The government that Pakistan has installed just last week seems to be coming apart in days. Consequences for the world are beyond words. Let's debate.
A delegation from Qatar that landed in Kabul on Sunday. Watch them getting a Taliban welcome. The notable faces receiving the Qatari delegation included Abdul Salam Hanafi and Amir Khan Muttaqi. On the table, most Taliban leaders are present. Seen here is Anas Haqqani, part of the Haqqani network. But the top leaders, including the Deputy Prime Minister, Mullah Abdul Ghani Baradar, absent.
With confirmation of reports that Mullah Baradar is really unhappy with the ascendancy of the Haqqani network in the Kabul regime and that he has conveyed his displeasure to his interlocutors both in Qatar and the United States, rift between various factions of the Taliban is out in the open. It's a signal strong enough for the world community to act against the real culprit of the quagmire of Afghanistan, which is Pakistan.
Mullah Abdul Ghani Baradar was the face of the Taliban negotiations in Doha. Mullah Baradar was the notable face and identity of a terror group that managed to bring big nations to the talking table. After all, he's the co-founder of Taliban.
Thank you.
Things have now changed in Kabul since the Taliban took over. The Haqqani network, controlled by Pakistan, is in charge. Look at this. Anas Haqqani was seen meeting Hamid Karzai and Abdullah days after the takeover. A series of well-choreographed videos were released to portray the Haqqanis as the real ones in charge, like this one of Anas Haqqani at Bagram jail. Or this video of him at the Kabul airport a day after the takeover. Mullah Baradar is nowhere to be seen, and a top source from Afghanistan has confirmed that the man who brought America to the talking table is now complaining about Pakistan's control. The split comes at a time when Pakistan's dubious role is under the scanner, especially after its ISI chief camped in Kabul to sculpt the Taliban government. Republic learns that the fight has been violent.
The key point is that these differences are normal in the government, but this is not normal because that they are the differences is based on the gun points, and they are fighting with each other in the presidential palace, which is unprecedented in that high-ranking level like Mullah Baradar. And the other issue is also that Mullah Baradar thought that he would be the leader and the chief minister of the Taliban government, but also that did not happen. The military commanders of the Taliban were able to bring in Mullah Hassan from Kuwait and install him as the chief minister in the state of Mullah Baradar.
The Taliban is split down the middle, and the downfall is perhaps nearer than one imagined. Let's debate.
And it's a pleasure to welcome today, after a long time, I must welcome, very happy to see Sudhanshu Trivedi, Member of Parliament, Rajya Sabha, National Spokesperson of the BJP, back on Republic after a long time. Very nice to see you. Hail and hearty, Sudhanshu. And General Bakshi. Thank you. And Major Gauravaria are with us. And Brigadier Haris Nawaz is there with us from Karachi. Abdul Samad Yaqub of the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf is with us from Islamabad. Tahir Malik is with us from Islamabad. He's a journalist and political analyst. Thank you very much. Now, may I start by first asking the representatives of the two political parties to come into the debate. Sudhanshu Trivedi, we have Abdul Samad Yaqub of the PTI with us. And the news which is coming across now, we're breaking everywhere, is that there is an open fight between the Baradar group and the Haqqani group. Baradar is refusing to work with the Haqqani-dominated government. He says this is not what I was promised. He says that I was the person who was leading the diplomatic negotiations with Doha. The Haqqanis are saying that we were the ones doing the fighting. Mullah Baradar says it was promised that I would be the Prime Minister, and then the Pakistanis came and they have installed a government which has majority control of the Haqqanis, in which Sirajuddin Haqqani, Khalilur Rahman Haqqani, they have a major role to play in the cabinet. And Baradar has said, I'm not going to work in this situation. And he has called Washington. Now, I don't know the consequence of it, but the simple breaking news today is this, that within 1 month, exactly 1 month, the whole government is broken up. I had told the Pakistanis, Sudhanshu Trivedi, last week, I told them any government in which you have a role, because the Pakistanis got very excited, Sudhanshu Trivedi, last week. इनको बड़ी excitement हो रही थी. इन्होंने कहा हमारी सरकार बन गई है, ISI chief went, thought they installed a government. Now it is broken up. Right? It is completely divided and broken up. It's finished. I mean, what are the consequences of this? And what would you say to the Pakistanis? But more than that, what are the consequences globally and for India, Mr. Trivedi?
Arnab, whatever is happening and the news which we have broken, I don't consider it as a surprise. But a little bit of surprise is that I consider it was a fait accompli, but it has come too early. The reason being, you know that the Mao said that the power comes from the barrel of the gun. And whether they are the supporters or whether the Pakistani supporters or the Taliban themselves, they all believe that the power is with the barrel of gun. So there is a quarrel to acquire that barrel. या जिसे हिंदी में कहते हैं जिसकी लाठी उसकी भैंस, तो लाठी लेने के लिए लठ बज रहे हैं. There is nothing new. I just want to say one thing, because this type of power which is being usurped, not by a proper legitimate constitutional process or by a democratically elected process so that everybody should have a moral authority, perceiving a moral authority in the regime, but here it is the power authority in the regime, and that too the power is snatched, not which is acquired or attained. So it is obvious, and if you look at the entire history of Afghanistan, whenever anybody has entered into Afghanistan, initially it tried to enter as a hero and subsequently become villain. Like Soviets entered in 1980, and by 90 they become villain. And you remember the Sylvester Stallone's movie of 80s when we were child, the Rambo First Blood Part 2. Hollywood was portraying Mujahideens as the heroes against the Soviets. And now what happened? When American entered in 2001, they subsequently become villain. तो जब रूस और अमेरिका की ये हालत हुई, तो पाकिस्तान की तो बिसात ही क्या है? तो जब रूस अमेरिका नहीं संभाल पाए, पाकिस्तान सोचे हम संभाल लेंगे, तो इससे बड़ी गलतफहमी और इससे बड़ी जिसे खाम ख्याली कुछ हो नहीं सकती है अगर पाकिस्तान सोचे. एंड यू नोट इट डाउन लाइक दिस. इमरान खान हैज सेड कि ये हमारे भाई हैं. मैं जानना चाहूंगा कि ISIS खुरासान और तालिबान की तो लड़ाई हुई, अभी तालिबान के बरादर शब्द बरादर से निकला, जो संस्कृत के भ्रातृ से निकला अलग बात है. तो भाई कौन किसका बरादर है वो देखने में पता लगेगा. आपस में इतनी सिर्फ उटव्वल होगी कि आपको समझ में नहीं आएगा कि इस भाईचारे में कौन भाई है और कौन चारा बन रहा है.
Now, you set up a government. ISI chief was very, very excited. He was sent there, and you were very excited also. I remember, Mr. Yaqub, you were smiling from year to year that you have got a control over the government. You were like a child, Gauravali, that day, last week, even Brigadier Nawaz said, it was like they got some big birthday gift, they were so happy, and we are back, we are back, we have formed our government, we have got control, and now we will manage things. It's broken, finished. It's over, Baradar is gone, tomorrow the others will go. I don't know, what were you thinking? I told you, did I not tell you, Mr. Yaqub, terrorists can't form a government? But you didn't listen to me. You know what has happened now. The world is asking you, why has the government broken up? Why has the Taliban government broken up in less than 1 month?
Well, first of all, I have celebrated my birthday on 14th August and celebrated fall of Kabul on 15th August. Well, government is not broken. Your sources say that, there are various reports, various news that sources says that Mullah Baradar is dead. sources says that, and previously your sources said that Panjshir will sustain, they will fight, and then your intelligence source says that they will continue fighting for a year. I mean, it will take a year for Taliban to conquer the Kabul. So your all assessments, all calculations, all sources were failed, and you must hold accountable to those your intelligence person over there, or the one who gave you the input, which is based, which is, I mean, all false, all went, all in vain.
हो गया आपका. Your concern about my intelligence inputs are over. Then I'll ask you something. आपका अगर हो गया तो मैं कुछ कहना चाहूँगा. नहीं, मैं कुछ कहना चाहूँगा. I'd like GD Bakshi on. One second. GD Bakshi on. I'll get Gaurav up later, but I'll get GD Bakshi now. आपका हो गया तो आप हो गया तो मैं कुछ कहूँगा. फिर and then I'll give it to General साहब. You see, आप मेरे sources के बारे में चिंता मत कीजिए. 1 minute. मेरे sources ने 3 बातें कही थी, all of which are right. My sources said that the people in the Panjshir Valley will fight. They are still fighting. And they are still fighting, and the Taliban is still fighting them. Secondly, my sources said that the Pakistani forces will retreat, all your officers will leave, you will slowly start pulling out. That is exactly what happened. Okay, you go and check today, okay, on the 5th floor of the Serena Hotel. I'm telling you, please check 5th floor of the Serena Hotel in Kabul. How many Pakistani army officers are there? I'm giving you want to know more details? Should I tell you which room? Or is this enough? 5th floor of the Serena Hotel in Kabul, how many Pakistani officers are there? Okay. I can also maybe tell you what they ordered for dinner, so don't question my intelligence sources. Hamare na, we have got all our aerial surveillance on you people. Now my question is, General Bakshi, question is, can the Pakistanis please tell me, and Brigadier Haris Nawaz is there, Brigadier Haris Nawaz, you tell me, when was Baradar last seen? When was Baradar last seen? वो है कहाँ? आपके आदमी, when was Baradar last seen? You tell me. No, you tell me. When was Baradar last seen?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you. It is a one Taliban's led own government. But why we are your concern? Whatever they have made collectively. They are the victors. They are going to formulate a government. They have formulated a government. And then they have later said...
The Prime Minister is killing the Deputy Prime Minister or trying... The Prime Minister is trying to kill the Deputy Prime Minister within 4 days of forming a government. I should not be concerned. The Prime Minister and one Deputy Prime Minister want to kill another Deputy Prime Minister within 5 days of being forming a government. You formed the Aapka government.
It's your
government.
Just like...
No, but it's your government.
This news is just like the way we had sent a corps commander in Panjshir. Our 2 battalions were there. We had sent a helicopter. We have sent a fighter.
Yeah, you had sent and it all went. Of course you had sent. You want more details?
If Taliban
you want more details? Now you
USA,
tell. No, 1 minute.
If Taliban can defeat USA, you think they can't defeat them?
Okay, see, General Bakshi.
Okay, just a minute. General Bakshi is a very...
So you are in denial.
I have a lot of respect for him.
So you are in...
That he is going to give a wrong story.
So Brigadier Sahab, you will not listen to me, and your problem is because an Indian tells you the truth. You remember 1971 and you refuse to listen. You forget 1971 and start believing me a little bit, okay? Forget it. Jo hua 1971 mein usko chhod dijiye aap. I want to bring in General Bakshi here. See, who is Baradar fighting General Bakshi? Baradar is fighting Haqqani. Who has appointed Haqqani? It's Pakistan. It's a Pakistan-controlled structure. People like Brigadier Haris Nawaz were thinking that the Pakistan-controlled structure will last. इनके आंखों के सामने 4 दिन के अंदर टूट रहा है. अभी अगली बार बोलेंगे कि रॉ ने कराया है. हम कुछ नहीं करा रहे. We are watching the fun. You are finished. I'm telling you, you as in the Pakistanis, you are finished. I told you a few weeks back.
Arnab, you are finished. Your government is finished. Your raw is finished. That's the issue.
Your frustration speaking. I'll let General Bakshi.
And we have got nothing to do. We, Afghanistan people are making...
What do you mean nothing to do?
We're not interfering.
General Bakshi said nothing to do. General Bakshi, he now says he has nothing to do.
Yes.
No, 1 minute. He now says I have nothing to do. Till last week he said I had everything to do.
Taliban-led, Taliban-owned government. The issue is you people are out. That's a pain you have. And now you will have no role to play in India.
You thought... Anyway, General Bakshi will respond to you, sir.
This is
General Bakshi will respond to you, sir. General Bakshi abhi respond karenge. Aapko aap suniye unko.
Acha, Brigadier Saab, now there is a debate going on. So can somebody respond to you? Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Arnab,
Sir.
What I would like to highlight is
Sir.
that the anchor premise of the entire Doha round of negotiations done by Zalildad was that there was a moderate face of the Taliban. It had changed spot, and they negotiated with Mullah Baradar and the Doha group, which includes that famous gentleman called Stanik Zai, trained in the Indian Military Academy, Renegade. All right. Now, the entire negotiation was done with them. The whole world was sold the narrative that there is a Taliban 2.0, moderate, inclusive, modernist, liberal, who has been placed there.
What a joke.
So, like a conqueror, Lieutenant General Faiz Hamid, DG ISI, goes and enscones himself in Serena Hotel,
Sixth floor.
under the rule of a Sharia government, orders the best whiskey. The best whiskey possible,
Exactly.
They can see their bills by it.
Exactly. Wonderful.
They can
Brilliant.
see the bills. All
General
right.
Bakshi is informed tonight.
All right, now, Arnab, you had said on your channel,
I had said
it
it, I
had been
remember.
revealed that there has been a physical clash.
Of course.
There had been a physical clash between the Haqqani group and Mullah Baradar group of the Doha group. And that Mullah Baradar was injured. The Lutyens media, Arnab, who's now suddenly sold out to the Taliban.
They love them.
No, they find them the acme of inclusiveness. They all said this is just a bunch of, fake news. Now the BBC is saying it. Now Fox News is saying it. A whole lot of people around the world are saying the same thing. So would you like to listen to the Goras? Well, we have better intelligence than them. That has been proved. Okay. Now the fact of the matter is, Brigadier Harris, please listen to me. Please, sir. Sir, can you please listen to an older soldier? Your hair are black, mine are white. Okay, thank you. I am telling you, it is very easy to get into Afghanistan. It is very easy to get into Afghanistan. It is damn difficult to get out.
Well said, General is informed
took
tonight.
5 days to capture the whole of Afghanistan with just 5 motorized rifle divisions, right? The Northern Alliance with the Americans took 4 days to take over the whole of Afghanistan, to knock the hell out of the Taliban when it decided to stand up and fight like a regular army. Right, sir? You have gone there. Your Prime Minister said that we have liberated the Pashtuns, the Afghans, from the rule of the Americans. And now you wanted to impose your own rule. You wanted to show them who was the real boss. Faiz Hamid is the real boss. Now you will find that out.
Why India is worried?
Because if there's one thing that the Afghans don't like, it is trying to be ruled by a set of Punjabi.
Why India is the pain? Why you worry about Afghanistan? Let Afghanistan, Taliban to decide which form of government they want to make.
The question.
And second thing is, please let them make the government and let them be stabilized.
We worry about your interference.
Destabilize. That I spoke for 1 minute, you spoke for 5 minutes. That's the difference. Then please ask not to give equal time to all the guests. That's the issue. There's nothing to feel bad about it, sir.
Sir, I am on my own channel, Arnab's channel. Please.
I agree. That's an honor.
That the beer also get, then we should not be invited.
You must know that difference.
No, but of course. See,
I can go even off here. I have no issue.
You see, the thing is, see. Okay, I'll tell you one thing, Brigadier Nawaz.
Should be given to guests.
Brigadier Nawaz, I'll tell you one thing. When he says that I am on my own channel, let me explain what he says. This is an Indian channel. It is India's #1 news channel, Republic. And we are always on the side of India. We are not sitting on the fence. हमको LOC पे बैठे नहीं हैं.
We are also always on the side of Pakistan.
हम no man's land वाले channel नहीं हैं. We are clearly on the Indian side.
We are part of Pakistan.
हाँ, so you are on the Pakistani side. I'm not saying you don't be. Am I telling? I'm happy you are on the Pakistani side. Why would anybody who is with the Al-Qaeda and Haqqani, why would we want them on our side? Now my question is...
And why should we be worried that you are with the Afghan National Army, you are with the Taliban, you are with
No, what I'm saying is, my point, no, Brigadier Nawaz, see, Brigadier Nawaz, you're a senior man. I mean, see, listen, with the greatest of respect, you are saying, and I want Tahir Malik and Gaurav to come into the debate, a khul ke debate ho jaye aaj. You are saying, why should you be worried? It is not my worry. The fact is, we are ahead of the news always. We are reporting this now. Let me tell you, the whole world will also start reporting it. Where is Baradar? I mean, where is Baradar? Tahir Malik, you were hoping that the Taliban will work for you. Now, Taliban can work for you only if they survive. Okay? Now, when the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs of Qatar went to the presidential palace recently in Kabul, everybody was looking with binoculars. Maybe Baradar will come out. Again, he was missing. A Deputy Prime Minister is missing, maybe dead, possibly injured. You realize how serious this is? I mean, you have two sides of the Taliban who have started killing each other, and Baradar was leading the Doha talks. You see, Tahir Malik, Baradar is not a small guy in the Taliban structure. He was leading the Doha talks. Your government is in your government, aapki sarkar, aapki hukumat. Your sarkar in Kabul, right, is falling apart in less than a month. Baradar and Khalilur Rahman Haqqani, the Minister for Refugees and a prominent minister within the Haqqani network, they were fighting and Baradar went away to Kandahar. I am asking you, aapne kaisi sarkar banai? Janab, what kind of government have you formed? Tahir Malik?
We have not formed any government.
Oh, you have?
America, which has signed a deal with Taliban way back in 2018. Second is, there are sharp contradictions in your question. One is that maybe he is injured. And in second time you say that this will be confirmed by international media. So you are accepting yourself that this report or this intro which you gave is not confirmed by independent sources. What kind of journalism is that? And my third protest is that you are propagating hate speech. You have referred, your channel has referred Islamic terror.
Islamist terrorism.
Terror activity as Hindu terror, Christian terror, Islamic terror. It is a derogatory and against the standards of journalism. This is hate speech and this is biased.
Tahir Malik, I'll tell you one thing. One minute. Tahir Malik, you are trying to change the subject. Don't question my journalism. I respond to you. See, I'm just speaking to you with respect. We should talk to each other with respect. We should talk to each other with respect. We should disagree with each other. We should disagree with each other, but we should talk to each other with respect. And my question to you is, where is Baradar, you tell me? You just tell me, where is Baradar? I mean, is that not an important point?
No.
Where is Baradar? Hai kahan wo?
Hindu terror.
No, where is Baradar?
Should I call RSS
where is Baradar?
as Hindu terror?
By Gaurav, tell him where is Baradar? He is refusing to answer the fundamental question that the Deputy Prime Minister, 1 minute. First of all, I'll make one thing absolutely clear and then Gaurav will respond. First of all, this channel has, since its inception, said you cannot associate terrorism with any religion. I said it last night also. We speak about jihadi or Islamist. 1 minute. Now you spoke, listen to me. No, listen to me now. Now you speak, listen to me. 1 minute. Now you listen to me now, and Yasir Masood is also on, please. We are asking one fundamental question here. But you get uncomfortable when I talk about jihadi terrorism. Is there jihadi terrorism or not? And I want Yasir Masood on the right. Thank you, please. And since you're not answering the question, Tahir Malik, you're going on a tangent. What's the point of talking to you? My very simple question tonight is this: where is Baradar? Where is Baradar? Can someone tell me this? Where is Baradar? And why is that not an issue? Gaurav, why are these people not answering the very elementary question? The government, they recognize this falling apart. It's the big story tonight. And by the way, I'll tell you one more thing, Tahir Malik, since you gave me a lecture on journalism. First of all, I will never need a lecture on journalism from a Pakistani. But anyway, your giving me a lecture on journalism is a compliment to me.
Yes.
It's a compliment to me. Pakistan.
No, how dare you use the word
one second. I am calling the Taliban terrorists. Are the Taliban terrorists? Where is Baradar? Where is Baradar? No, we are not. Gaurav is on the debate. Thank you. Gaurav is on the debate with Yasir Masood. We are wasting time with you, sir, if you are not answering the question. Tell me one thing, I'll give one more chance. Yasir Masood, the whole world is asking, there has been a fight. The Taliban has broken up. This is a big story tonight. You can't deny it. You set up the government. What is your responsibility? Tell me. You set up the government.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Yes.
Actually, you should know better that where is Mullah Baradar, because according to Pakistani resources, according to media, according to print media, these are all rumors, and we cannot, talk about rumors. And there are a lot of rumors about other issues as well, including Afghanistan and including, because the situation is definitely volatile there. And for the first time, I think they're taking baby steps for marching towards peace. I think that's very important.
They shot Baradar last week in the presidential palace. There was a physical fight. 1 minute. Please explain to us. We are a little confused here in India. There is a physical fight between the Deputy Prime Minister and the Prime Minister, both Talibanis. The Deputy Prime Minister gets shot. Since then, he has left Kabul, gone missing. Please explain to us, explain to Gaurav how these are baby steps towards peace.
Yes. Let me, please tell me first that from where you got the authenticity of this news. At least give me some, authentic sources.
Authentic source?
Have you
it's been confirmed from multiple sources. Why should I reveal my sources to a Pakistani?
And no, I have the right to ask the resources.
No. Why should I reveal my sources to a Pakistani?
No. Why should I believe an Indian like you? Why should I believe
Because it
you?
is being an Indian like me means what? All Indians are nationalists like me. My question is, Gaurav, you're downplaying it. Gaurav is
all
downplaying
nationalists are, all Pakistanis are nationalists.
No, Gaurav is downplaying
like
it because
me.
he does not want to answer my question. That the Taliban government, Taliban government has fallen.
Where is Mullah Baradar?
It is breaking apart. Has it broken apart or not? Gaurav will respond to you. You're dodging my question.
This is the wrong question in the first place.
I'm looking at you eye to eye and asking the question that your government has fallen apart. It was your government. You were celebrating last week. Gaurav, you were celebrating last week. Now they're asking us questions.
No, absolutely.
Yes, of course
What has happened is that...
reason for celebrating.
Sir, can I please answer, sir? Sir, with your permission, may I answer, sir, please? Arnab has asked me to answer, sir.
Gaurav, I haven't answered yet.
Sir, my name is Gaurav, sir. I was asked to answer. So I would request you to please allow me,
No,
sir.
actually, I haven't answered yet.
Because you were not called to answer, sir. If Arnab wants you to answer, he'll request you, sir.
Arnab becomes a party of your panel. I mean, this is what kind of moderator he is, what kind of
Of course.
He should moderate.
Arnab is
Sir,
Arnab,
why?
sir, ek minute, sir.
And he's taking your side.
Sir, ek minute. Arnab will always take India's side, sir. What do you expect Arnab Goswami to do? He's an Indian nationalist, sir.
This is the very basic...
Arnab Goswami, if you put India in one corner...
Has to be neutral.
Arnab is first a nationalist, then he's a journalist. For Arnab Goswami, it is India first. Journalism comes second. Bharat sarpratham hai, sir.
Can you give me an example of any show in the world that you...
We are not concerned about any show
in the world, and you don't let them talk?
Sir, it does not. Of course, you've been given permission to talk, but forget about all this, sir.
Guests.
Let me. Sir, please, sir, forget about it, sir. Just tell me where is Mullah Baradar, sir.
I've already explained. I mean, I'm asking the same question from you, that where is Mullah Baradar? Because
where is Mullah Baradar? I'm asking you.
This is your contrived story. This is your,
I'll tell you, sir.
Manufactured story.
Gaurav, he's not come to the main issue. Where is Baradar? This debate is not on me. The debate is on where is Baradar. Gaurav, please bring him back to the subject. No, bring him back. Gaurav, bring him back to the subject. They're avoiding it.
I want to ask you, sir.
Okay, give me the answer.
Okay. So Mullah Baradar is not in Kabul. He's in touch with the Americans. There was a phone call recording from Mullah Baradar saying that I'm all right, I'm alive. Mullah Baradar was not part of the meeting when the Arabs came and met, when the Qataris came. He was not there in that meeting, that very important meeting, and he's the Deputy Prime Minister of the Taliban in Afghanistan, sir. That is point number one. Point number two, Shah Mahmood Qureshi, a foreign minister, was supposed to go to Afghanistan at the last moment. His plane, his flight and his plans were held back, and instead General Faiz Hamid went, sir. When you send the spy chief of a country, he's the spy chief of Pakistan, sir. You sent your ISI chief to meet there. Had it been a normal diplomatic conversation, you would have sent your foreign minister. And my third point is that you have agreed and you have sort of succeeded in making a government at Kabul. But the Talibanis know nothing else except for terrorism. You see, they know nothing else, and which is why these infighting is happening inside the Taliban, because they don't know how to run a government. They don't know बिजली कहाँ से आती है, पानी कहाँ से आता है, बच्चे पढ़ाई कैसे करते हैं, सड़कें कैसे बनती हैं, डैम से बिजली कैसे उत्पन्न होती है. They don't know any of this. They only know how to pick up the AK-47 and kill people, and they're doing that. Now the Americans have left whom to kill, so they're killing each other. And this is something, this monster you created, sir. You created this monster. Now you have to live with the consequences.
Are you done, Gaurav? Can I respond now?
No, I'm not done, but you can respond, sir. You're a guest. Please respond.
Okay. Your point number one, that our foreign minister should have been there. That is not your problem at all. Whether our
Your foreign minister was going there. It was announced by the Pakistani media that he's going, and Imran Khan cancelled his plan at the last moment. That's what I'm saying.
Did I interrupt you? Let me speak.
You did not interrupt me because I was not lying. You're lying.
No, you're lying. And let me, whether we lie or not, the civilized way is to respond to me, and then you can, come up with, my responses whether I'm lying or not. The first point which you mentioned, that for our foreign minister was supposed to go there, and why our foreign minister didn't go there, because of, multiple reasons.
What do you mean?
Our ISI chief was there because there was a normal discussion between them how to bring peace and prosperity and stability in Afghanistan. Because as I just mentioned,
ISI chief has gone for stability. I mean, what are you talking about? The problem is, are you even thinking of what you're saying, please? I want to bring in, see, even Abdul Samad Yaqub is laughing. He's non-stop, he's laughing while you're talking. Look at this.
You have become a laughing stock all over the world, Arnab. You must admit this.
You first decide. One minute. Yasir Masood, I'll tell you. Yasir Masood Saab, I want to say one thing to you, sir.
One second, Arnab.
I want to say one thing to you, Yasir Masood. Listen to me now. You are my guest. I'll be very polite. है ना? मेहमान नवाजी कर रहे हैं हम. Your government and your prime minister, they are obsessed with me. They kept giving press releases against me. Your ISI, your Foreign Affairs Ministry kept giving press releases against Republic. Isn't it shameful that your whole government is fighting with a news network? इससे ज़्यादा मुझे कुछ नहीं कहना है. ठीक है ना? आप अपने कंट्री के चैनल्स को तो आपने बंद कर दिए. कौन वहाँ पे एक एंकर था, उस पे तो आप गोली मारते थे. कौन है वो? हामिद मीर. उस पे कितना अटैक करते थे, गोली मारते थे उसको, है ना? याद है ना? या हामिद मीर को गोली मारते थे. तब अब्दुल समद याकूब बोलेंगे उसके बारे में, आईएसआई के बारे में बोलेंगे हामिद मीर को कैसे आप लोगों ने अटैक किया था. बोलो कि नहीं बोलो? Should I talk about it or not? Should I talk about it or not? Should I talk about it or not? Now anyway. Now my question is this. I want Abdul Samad Yaqub and Sudhanshu Trivedi to come back to the debate. See, Sudhanshu Trivedi, it's a very embarrassing situation for Pakistan. हाँ करे कि ना करे, they don't know what to do. They sent. Did we tell them Lieutenant General Faiz Hamid को भेजो आप काबुल? वहाँ पे बैठ के शैंपेन पी रहे थे, गवर्नमेंट फॉर्मेशन करेंगे. Their foreign minister was gallivanting around the world, saying, I'm going to form the government. Imran Khan was having meetings with Mullah Abdul Ghani Baradar. Now what happened? Baradar is out. You were joining hands to attack in Panjshir. Panjshir में आर्मी भेज रहे थे. They got so excited कि नेशनल रेजिस्टेंस फ्रंट के खिलाफ हम बम ड्रॉप करेंगे, ये करेंगे, वो करेंगे. Your DG ISPR Babar Iftikhar was saying that I will help the Taliban with training. They were saying all this. Viewers, they were saying all this. Pakistanis, if you're watching me tonight, your government was saying all this. And only this network has the guts to say that your game is over. No. You will come in, you will debate with Sudhanshu Trivedi now. बट पहले सुधांशु त्रिवेदी जी, आज इन पाकिस्तानियों को एक्सेप्ट करना होगा उनकी सरकार गिर गई है या गिरने वाली है. ये they have to digest this.
Now, our representatives from Pakistan were saying, they were saying that what is the source? Because they were saying that they are ignorant of the source. Of course, they are having all right, because they were always ignorant of the source, even when Osama bin Laden was safely residing near their cantonment. So they were ignorant then, they are ignorant right now. For them, there is a famous English proverb, ignorance is a bliss. So it is a bliss for Pakistanis. मगर आप जो पूछ रहे हैं ना कि साहब ये कैसे पता है आपको, तो वो पुरानी लाइन याद रखिए कि राज की बात कह दूं तो जाने महफिल में फिर क्या हो, इशारों को अगर समझो राज को राज रहने दो। अब बात आप ये समझिए कि जो हो रहा है ना, ये फसादियों की सरकार बनी है, तो फसादियों के बीच में जनाब फसाद ही होगा, इत्तेहाद नहीं हो सकता। If you are thinking like this, then you are living in fool's paradise. This is an incumbent, you can say fait accompli, which has to happen. It has happened 1 month, within 1 month. It should have happened within 6 months or 1 year. And one more thing, another representative of Pakistan has objected with you, Arnab, how you use the word Islamic terror. For them, I would like to remind just 2 persons. One, they are one of the biggest funder, Uncle Sam. N number of American presidents, from George Bush to Barack Obama to the 2 recent presidents, they have categorically used the word pan-Islamic terrorism. It is being used by Biden, it is being used by Trump, it is being used by Bush. And your other biggest funder, Chacha Jinping, they categorically use the word in Xinjiang province, Islamic terrorism. अब भैया इन्हीं दोनों को समझा लीजिए पहले, अपने अंकल को और चचा को, कि भाई वो तो कहना बंद कर दे, उसके बाद हमसे कहिए। और बाकी तो दुनिया में, whether it is a French president is saying, whether it is the Belgium, Sweden, Britain, Australia, everybody is using the word pan-Islamic terrorism. तो भाई उनको तो छोड़ दीजिए, पहले अमेरिका और चाइना से कह दीजिए कि वो कहना बंद कर दे, उसके बाद आके आप यहाँ जो आपको ऑब्जेक्शन करना है वो चैनल के ऊपर करिए।
Absolutely, and Abdul Samad Yaqub, you know, it's all coming crashing down for you. All the members of the European Parliament, 20 members, have tabled a resolution to invite the brave Ahmad Massoud to address the European Council and the European Parliament. आपका गेम अप है, आई हैव बीन टेलिंग यू, आप कब समझेंगे? योर गेम इज अप. You were thinking Taliban will help us in Kashmir. You know, you were feeling proud of the takeover. What did Imran Khan say? What did Imran Khan say? Imran Khan said, I think, broken the shackles of slavery. He said no. Did he say or not, Mr. Yaqub? Your government is over. Your dream of blackmailing the world once again is over. Over, Mr. Yaqub. Now you just defend yourself against these Taliban yourself.
Now allow me. General Faiz khatakta hai dile yazdam mein kaante ki taraf. He was having a kava, and you thought that it's a champagne. I mean, kuch to thoda sa fair ho jaye ki bhai he was having a kava, not a champagne. Okay. Now the point is, I mean, at every crucial moment, your Indian intelligence is failed. On the Mumbai attacks, it is failed. On Panchayar, on various moments. So, rather than asking a question to me or
but it is your government.
Or someone else.
But it is your government, is it not? It is your government. Who else will I ask? 1 week back, you came on my program and you said it is our government, हमारी सरकार है.
So.
And you said that you Indians are very worried because we have control over this government.
In near future, if you are going to engage with the Taliban, that means that you are going to engage with the Pakistani government. The government. Indirectly with the Pakistani.
No, Brigadier Nawaz, what's the problem? See, I'll tell you one thing. You were saying your Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf leaders were coming on TV channels saying Taliban are saying they will help us in Kashmir. Arey, wo to government is falling apart. How will they help you? Brigadier Nawaz, you tell General Bakshi, how will they help you?
Prime Minister of Pakistan never said that the Taliban are going to liberate Kashmir. Number 2,
Sheikh Rashid said the Taliban has promised to act against the TTP.
The government and you are the spoilers.
No, we can be the spoilers.
That's the reason.
You are
doing all these things because
you said
Pakistan should be stabilized.
No.
The more they destabilize, the more peace in Pakistan and India is out of Afghanistan. That's the pain you have, and why you worried? Now your game is ever over.
Your government is falling apart. I'm not worried. I'm celebrating. I'm very happy. Don't you see the smile on my face? I'm very happy today.
You are celebrating?
Yeah.
Are you celebrating now?
I'm
celebrating. You are having a lot of pain.
No, I'm celebrating. I have not even. General Bakshi. No, 1 minute. Now listen to me, sir. Listen to me, sir. I can also hit back quite hard. But you are so senior, I don't hit back hard. But now I will hit back hard and then hand it over to someone who will hit even harder, which is General Bakshi. Okay, now I'll tell you why I'm celebrating. You're saying I'm celebrating because you, only you are number one target for the Taliban. You are the number one target for the Taliban. You are target number one. TTP has already attacked you. No. Taliban is saying they will remove the Durand line. I'm celebrating because, no, 1 second. I don't want a terrorist state like Pakistan to be stable. I'm celebrating. But it's your government. You should be answering me.
That's the problem you have.
General Bakshi.
Afghanistan is stable. Pakistan is stable. That's the reason. Pakistan is stable. Balochistan is stable. CPEC is completed. That's the problem you have. That's the worry to have.
Anyone you touch will become unstable, Brigadier Saab. Understand it. Yes, please.
I'm not unstable. I'm very stable. I understand what we're discussing.
Brigadier Nawaz, Arnab, I want to respond.
Brigadier Nawaz.
I want to respond, Arnab.
Brigadier Nawaz, we have heard you. Sir, can you kindly wait your turn? Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. Okay. Now, Brigadier Nawaz, what I want to tell you is that the world has rarely seen a spectacle in which a Prime Minister designate, Mullah Baradar, is beaten, on the orders of a general of a neighboring country.
Shame.
Beaten as in being wounded. As in being seriously injured, right? Have you ever seen that?
What a shame.
You think the people of Afghanistan are blind? There were demonstrations on the street of Kabul as to what DG ISI was doing there. Please listen to me. The Afghans are nationalists at heart. If they didn't accept the British, if they didn't accept the Russians, if they didn't accept the Americans, you think they are going to suck up to you? And for how long, sir? They are quite incensed that you have tried to tell the whole world this Doha was a charade. We used it to make a fool out of the Americans. And now we are telling the world who's in charge. We are telling the world who kicked the United States out. Pakistan did. We are the new superpower of the bloc. All hail Pakistan, the new conqueror. You are going to get your comeuppance, sir.
Yesterday's terrorists were there.
Brigadier Nawaz, listen to me. Listen to me. Let me tell you, as a person who wishes you well, despite all that you have done, as a person, not as a country. Let me tell you this, that you will be very sorry that you entered Afghanistan.
And now that they can't digest, that's a basic reason.
As to officers and gentlemen, we will have a bet. No, you want to have a bet, open bet for you. No, Brigadier Nawaz, listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying. Have a bet with me. You will be very sorry and out of Afghanistan with great humiliation.
10 years they are good.
You will be out of Afghanistan with great humiliation because my dear Brigadier, if you listen to some
now viewers, I have been asked today, I've been told by the Pakistani guests that we are peddling fiction by saying that there has been a Taliban split. I say it again. Listen to me in Karachi, in Rawalpindi. Listen to me tonight. Listen to me in Islamabad. Listen to me. Kabul will fall. Okay? Your ISI-run government will fall. Deal with it. Prepare. And on the other side tonight, viewers, yesterday a major ISI Dawood operation to carry out multiple terrorist strikes across India was exposed. It was a multi-city operation. Tonight I come back to you with more details, frightening details of how there's a strong link in the pattern behind 2611 and this one. See you in a few minutes on the other side.